GTA 6 is lost. It's cooked. It's gonna be the most hated game ever created. And I'm not being over dramatic here, even. Let's be real and think about it for a minute. What do we know about it at this point? We know that the protagonist is a single mom and her cuck boyfriend. We know that the game is paywalled behind a $100 deluxe edition. We know that we need to pay separately for online. There's gonna be a GTA Plus subscription and probably some kind of battle pass feature above everything. There is not even a single shred of actual in-game gameplay yet. Rockstar is giving out rainbow pins to their employees and forcing them to wear it while claiming that they are completely politically neutral, by the way. They are completely disrespecting what we, the consumers, want, and they have never even tried to counteract the allegations of the game being woke and other things like this. Everything of this is bad. It's just blatantly bad. And on the other side of the positives, we have, well, I kind of want GTA 6, so there we go. Yeah, those are all of the positives. Those are the literal only positives about GTA 6 that we currently have. Everything else is a negative. And considering all of this, do you really think that this game is going to come out and people are not going to hate it to a certain level? Honestly, just from the hype, it's really, really hard to live up to that. And I don't know if the game can actually pull it off. And all of the other fears, they're just getting bigger. The pre-orders are out and we still have not seen a single shred of gameplay. At least that has to mean something.
Real price of the full game. Grand Theft Auto 6 is $100.
You don't disclose the revenue for GTA 5, correct?
Not the total revenue. It's a lot.
Instead of complaining about being poor, lady, enjoy it.
Mike, I can't feed my kids, and the rent's due.
Whoa, bitch, settle it down. Are you saying this ain't the greatest country in the world?
And we have milked every penny we could in the process.
USA! USA! USA!
It's a lot.
Winnie. GTA 6 is rapidly approaching, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. They called our bluff. I don't even. Gaming's getting too expensive. Paywalls are getting out of hand. Digital media is killing games. Stop it. To which Strauss Zelnick slammed his brass balls on the table and said, "I don't care, give me your money." And in one
Yeah, and Sony's doing even worse currently. Ain't that amazing? Isn't this a great time to be a consumer, my fellow friends?
single day, 39 million cried yes sir.
As long as I can get their instant gratification.
In this franchise that regularly criticizes greed and corruption of the most wealthy, we have an $80 price tag for standard, $100 for its ultimate super mega monkey ball Michelob Ultra edition with paywalled content, physical.
And people are defending it. That's probably the best part. Again, remember the Luke Steffens video that we watched where someone said, "I think it's a good value proposition." Off with their heads.
Real price of the full game, GTA 6, is $100 US.
Edition just being a download code in a box for now, and selling exclusively to us couch dads by delaying a PC release. GTA 6 is going where no game has ever gone before. That's actually not true. None of this is new. The game about blowing fake money wants you to pay real money, and Halo is paywalling a game manual. This?
Yeah, that does actually make a lot of sense.
What kind of backwards world are we living in, dude? But it is the widest, most prevalent pain tolerance test for mass gaming audiences that we've ever seen. This is no Outer Worlds 2 getting bullied back down to 70, no
and no one still bought it.
Star Wars Outlaws paywalling Jabba the Hutt and getting ripped apart for it. Games like that? Please, one YouTube brigade and that company's laying off half their workforce. But with Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar, Take-Two, they don't have just a game on their hands. GTA is a pop culture symbol. It transcends gaming.
Most people believe it's the most valuable entertainment IP ever created.
True, unironically.
Games can be ignored, they can be destroyed, but as a symbol, they can cause mass time off requests for workplaces worldwide, cause entire industries to basically have a hiatus until the hype dies down, and terrify everyone out of releasing a game in November. Well, not everyone.
Let them fight.
Your move, GTA 6. This game is absolutely putting principles to the test, and it's already winning, all without showing a single second of gameplay to date. But what's this mean for gaming going forward? Will GTA 6 be the exception or the new rule? Let's break down each of the most contentious criticisms.
It's already the new rule. Just because of the release of GTA 6, we already have PlayStation finally putting down the hammer on all of their practices of you will own nothing and be, well, not happy, but you will be.
what impact they might have on the industry after this is over, and whether or not they're worth all the fighting. Let's get into it. Starting with the announcement the entire planet has been waiting for, GTA 6's starting price is officially $80, and you already know what the big concern is here. Will Bank of America win?
You know what's the big concern, honestly, just from looking at this? It's the fact that we saw this guy a lot, and we initially speculated there's going to be 3 playable characters, and he's going to be, like, chasing Jason and Lucille. But no, that ain't it. This just a rando dude. That's it. He's kind of just a rando dude. Probably meaningful to the story, but kind of a rando dude in general.
Officially $80, and you already know what the big concern is here. Will Bank of America win? Will the games industry be emboldened by GTA's success to try normalizing $80 games?
El precio real del juego completo, GTA6, es de $100 estadounidenses.
Every major
They already did.
publisher's gonna be watching this after all. You know what I say?
And I say, do it. Do it. I want the crap to fail. I want these stupid AAA garbage files to rot and burn. And raising the right price is just gonna do it faster, okay? I haven't bought a AAA release in literally forever, honestly, at this point. So I'm not gonna be affected.
Do it. Let them watch. Let them raise their prices. Go ahead.
Let's light this candle, huh?
I cannot wait for this broken industry to try increasing prices on games that people already aren't buying. Brilliant. Truly brilliant. I would love nothing more than publishers realizing that when you let this genie out of the bottle, it's gonna cut you both ways. More of a monkey's paw than a genie, I guess. If you want GTA 6 to get away with charging $80 because it's enormous, because it reportedly cost billions, because it's Rockstar, because it's one of the biggest entertainment launches in history, then don't be shocked when people start asking why other games are justifying their $80 price tags. Let's do it. Let's compare everything to GTA.
AAA can't even justify $30 price tags, but no, let's go with 80 or 100.
6, why don't we? Your Ultimate Edition is $30 more than GTA 6's was? No buy, lower the price. Your 10-hour campaign I'll play once is the same price as GTA 6 that people will probably play for years? No buy, lower the price. You got too cocky, I'll wait for the sale. Obviously I'm being facetious, but the average gamer only buys 1 or 2 new games a year. If anything, the market that we're in right now promotes more variance in pricing, not less. In fact, one of the healthiest things I think that's happened to gaming in the last several years is moving away from every release costing exactly the same. At least after Call of Duty 2 broke the $50 console barrier, it used to be $60, period, for everything. And following 2K21 kicking off the $70 trend, yes, it sucks the blockbusters have gotten more expensive, but on the flip side, we also get $50 games, $40, $20. More pricing variance means more people get to try more games. And by all means, games industry, let's compete on value for pricing, shall we?
Freeze,
Go ahead, release your half-made, live service, layoff speedrunner at $80 and let the customers humble you. But let's be honest, we already know.
Nah, everyone knows, yeah. GTA 6 is gonna be successful no matter what. There is nothing that can be done for GTA 6 to not set an absolute new world record in copies sold, okay? If currently the biggest sellers are like 100 million copies, you know when it finally releases on PC, it's gonna double that or even triple that. Probably triple at this rate, honestly. The pre-orders are rumored at, what, 40 million already? And judging how many idiots are defending the deluxe edition online, that seems plausible. Considering scalpers are literally selling it on eBay and people are like, I better buy the scalp version, that's why the digital codes are gonna... These people are idiots! Some people do not deserve the rights that they have. And GTA 6 is like the grand filter for a lot of them, honestly.
What lesson most of the industry is going to take away from this, and it's not the correct one. The correct lesson is that not every game should cost the same, but the lesson they're probably going to take is that every game should cost more now. Everyone paid $80 for GTA 6, that must mean everyone stumbled upon a leprechaun's gold in their backyard, and now we can charge whatever we want.
Top of the morning, mate.
And for context on my stance that you know where I am, I'm excited for a new Rockstar game. Back when games started hitting $70, I remember being asked if I'd ever played a game that I thought was worth $70 up to that point in time, and my answer then was Red Dead 2. The games are great, but with GTA 6, if I wasn't covering it for the channel though, honestly I'd probably just wait for a sale. $80, first Rockstar game without Dan Houser as lead writer, I don't know. Well, there's your answer, I need to sell.
Yeah, we never actually talk about the fact that the lead writer is different. This explains why you're a boyfriend to a, single mom, Lamau.
All of this physical stuff for an $80 game that's digital only that I can never resell. Problem solved. So if a price raise to $80 really does become the new normal, then I hope players put the pressure on the industry to embrace the other half of that equation. Make them compete on value before the games have even launched. Blatantly, openly compare the scope and quality of those new games to GTA 6 in the comments of their ads. That is my glass half full vision for a post GTA 6 world. But then there's the glass half empty vision where all these publishers see Rockstar succeeded and think they've all earned a raise. They can't keep their budgets under control, so it's up to you to fix their money problem. But long term, I still think their end game is going to be more
Yeah, the Reaper of Xbox has probably something to say about that one.
microtransactions and subscriptions, paywalling playtime with cloud gaming as hardware gets more expensive. I don't think this launch is going to change that trajectory much. Which is why out of everything surrounding GTA 6, the $80 price tag isn't even my biggest concern. The next controversy is, which I think is a much bigger problem. And that would be the absolutely despicable way they're implementing a $100 Ultimate Edition. Because $80 and however many billions they make in GTA Online won't be enough.
It's a lot.
There's another $20 paywall that comes with access to more in-game content in a single-player game. But Kingard, so many other games do this, and $100 isn't even the most expensive kind.
Who buys this, I honestly wonder. I have never seen a breakdown for the Super Mega Idiot Edition buys. I mean, it's free for them to make, so it's obviously makes sense that you do it. But who actually buys this? Leave in the comments if you have ever bought it and why did you buy it. Did you actually feel that it's worth it? I don't know, because I look at stuff like this and I'm like, none of this is ever worth it in my opinion. And if it's worth it to you, honestly, I wouldn't say that I agree with it, but I mean, you have what you made your choice. So I'm just kind of interested. Do you just not care about it being more expensive? Or is there some kind of value proposition that you're actually very into here?
To these editions we've seen. Brother, you're talking to a guy who started his channel almost exclusively on dogging on pre-order bonuses and misuse of early access. Spare me the cope.
I know more than you. All right.
If everyone does bad thing actually good thing.
True!
It's bad when Ubisoft does it. It's bad when Rockstar
Real price of the full game, GTA6, is $100 US.
does it. Consistency. No, GTA is not trailblazing locked skins, but we're not just talking 4 or 5 Fortnite Battle Pass rejects here. We're not just talking one car, we're not just talking one side mission. We're talking about places, vendors, all their items, vehicles, vehicle customizations, and presumably missions themselves that are all still in this.
Ah, yes, people are slowly getting on the train that I started, the missions. I said that there's no way they're not gonna lock a mission behind us. There's no way they don't. They're gonna find elaborate ways to force you to buy the deluxe edition. 100%.
Open world game, you just can't interact with them. Because paying the highest price for a base game that you've ever paid in your life is still not enough to get to play the game you've waited 13 years for. It's unclear if this means you can't go inside these locations, if you can still browse but you can't buy, we don't know yet. But in a series all about blowing fake money on vanity buys, how immersion breaking is it for this game to remind you throughout Vice City that you're not a gangster, you're a broke, balding loser who won't cough up an extra real-world 20.
Based.
All I got is this 20 for the rest of the week.
What's next? A video game's gonna have you walk through a store, pick out which t-shirt you want to spend $29.99 on? That's not even a video game. That's life. I don't want to play a poor shaming sim. I want to buy fake Lambos with fake money. Invest in perfectly legal entrepreneurial endeavors. And now the base edition doesn't lock you out of every vendor, just the good ones, I guess. But apparently I'm speaking into the void because every poll I've seen on social media about this has shown an overwhelmingly high percentage.
That is insane. Now, granted, this is modern Warzone, so, you know, it's special people.
Of respondents saying they're getting the $100 edition, like consistently over 70% of them on every one I saw. What's far more troubling to me than the games industry watching a GTA game charge $80 is the games industry watching a game be developed, have pieces cut out of it, and resold as a whole package with a 20% markup be successful and championed by the very people it's manipulating. Content that's ready at launch, but not included at launch, is cut content. It doesn't matter if that was always the plan or not. Well, you see, this 8th slice was served to me outside the box, that means all 8 slices are worth more now. Calling this a bonus slice is bootlicker semantics and nothing more. But where this differs from other games that have done it, not only does it betray many of the pillars of the franchise it's in, I mean even GTA Online and Red Dead Online let you just play for currency if you wanted, crazy concept, right? But it's also being far more violently defended than I would have ever predicted. Allow me to set the tone with a hilarious edit I saw on Twitter. It's not cut content, it's extra. There's nothing extra about this content. It's obvious they wanted to charge $100 for this thing, but backed off with all the discussions about it hitting the press. Guys, Take-Two's stock dropped when they announced the base game at 80. Like, everyone was ready for this thing to be 100. Granted, that dip's been more than made up for by now, presumably with the success of the pre-orders, but still, it happened. Investors had expectations that initially were not met. Instead, they came up with the admittedly genius idea of getting people to optionally pay $100 instead. Have you ever heard of self-discovery or self-persuasion? It's a persuasive tactic where you lead someone to make the decision you already wanted them to make, you just make them feel like it was their idea so they're more passionate about it, they feel more ownership of that decision. And boy are the people passionate about how much money they chose to spend. Like if pocket watching is getting upset with someone for spending money, this is the opposite. People are getting mad that other people aren't spending more money. Why? What's the matter? Poor? It's optional. What are you mad about? Well, yes, it's optional, like every purchase ever is.
Everyone who says it's optional just completely misses the point. This is actually sad. And the amount of people, again, defending this is unbelievably high.
Real price of the full game, GTA6, is $100 US.
Optional, but it's not about affordability. It's about the ability.
And to be fair, honestly, we all should have seen it coming. At the very start, before all of this dropped, the biggest fear about GTA 6 was the woke debate. You know, the fact that Rockstar, the CEO, literally came out and said, "Oh, developers, listen to me, I am Strauss-Zelnick. I do not want you to be bad against certain types of people, certain individuals and groups, because that would be bad." And needless to say, if you have played even a single GTA version in your life, you know that that probably completely ruins the game, because it's supposed to represent the current day. So the fact that you cannot make fun of a certain group of people, individuals, or whatever, because that would be considered mean, completely betrays the whole concept what GTA is. GTA has always depicted the current atmosphere of whatever's happening. Okay? And it has been like that, and that is what has made it great. That is what makes GTA special, because they're not really afraid to talk about these things or implement these things and portray people in negative lights and whatnot. And that's what's unique and fun about it, because that allows them to do things that that no one else does. And now that's being taken away, that's being removed. Oh boy, yeah, people were upset about that. They still are, obviously.
To tell when we're being lied to and caring enough about the future of gaming to say, no, I'm not willing to sacrifice the long-term future of game design for a temporary convenience now. And unfortunately, the primary casual gaming audience is just always under attack from being pressured to make impulse buys, so this kind of stuff will get more and more egregious if left unchallenged. I miss when Day 1 DLC was something that the entire gaming community agreed was scummy. Like, sure, plenty of people still bought it, but at least we'd all admit it was
Yeah, and those people did not get called out, they didn't care, and now these people are mad that the gaming industry is worse, by the way. These people who have no self-control, no self-reflection abilities, no pattern recognition, the most important one, by the way, are now mad that the industry is worse. You keep doing all of these decisions that we keep telling you are gonna end poorly. They're not exactly in favor of your well-being or your anything. They're just corporate greed. And you're like, but my 2-day early access, my SpongeBob skin. No, you are the reason this industry is in shambles. And now you're crying about it? Pathetic.
and not just a new normal get over it. If publishers are taking notes from GTA 6, I guarantee you the one note that will be circled and in big letters will be, add more intrusive in-game marketing for microtransactions.
Oh.
Well, that and this next one, which is so obviously what they all want to do anyway. and that is offering no disc in the physical version of the game at launch. But Strauss said it wasn't the plan to skip physical, I hear you say. Well,
They are gonna sell you the physical version with a disc like a couple of months later.
turns out that was a half-truth. Calling it physical is laughable. It's a code you need internet for to download the game. Hey kids, make sure you pre-order before they run out of digital copies.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
Imagine paying months in advance to reserve something that there's an unlimited amount of.
Imagine paying more on eBay just because you don't understand your codes don't run out.
39 million don't have to. I'm gonna get 39 million dislikes on this video now, but that would imply 39 million views. The little chips that Nintendo used for the Switch 2 was technically more of a physical copy than this. At least those came with something in the box, I guess. At the time of recording, there's rumors a disc will be launched either in December or sometime in 2027, like we've seen out of.
Yep, they're gonna dip on everything. They're gonna make you pay every dime they can.
Some other games that delayed physical, but only time will tell. Not like they have any real incentive to even bother. There's complaints everywhere, sure, but the wallets have already spoken. Digital only is apparently fine. Now, this is obviously a tactic a lot of the games industry is already in on, where they're trying to push everyone to the closed economy of digital-only games. One, because it means they can stop shipping discs to retailers and save some money. Two, because they can completely cut out used game sales, meaning
the worst part is that doesn't even save them money. They're losing money because there are people who only want to buy the disc version of the game.
everyone is at the mercy of the publisher and their pricing at all times. And three, because what else? Full control over digital use, including shutdowns and player steering to new games. What Stop Killing Games is opposing right now. Now, I'm not a fossil. I recognize that the majority of purchases are done digitally now. But I also want games to.
As we know, by the way, that is not even true. Turns out PlayStation has been fudging and lying about the numbers for years now. They took the Fortnite numbers and put them with the games that actually had physical releases. When a game has a physical release, turns out 60, 70, 80% of people choose the physical version. Surprise, surprise.
Be enjoyed by as many people as possible. It's a hobby I'm extremely thankful for and don't want to see people keep getting priced out of. There's a whole segment of the gaming public that only buys used physical games. They trade stuff in. That's how they get to experience gaming. That's how I was throughout my whole childhood. Well, that and Gamefly. I borrowed Arkham Asylum from a friend, and that series is my standard for superhero games. I borrowed Resident Evil 4 from a neighbor, and now I bleed Resident Evil. I played Halo split screen with my cousins, and it got me into shooters and sci-fi in the first place. And it's like it's this industry's mission to make sure less and less people can ever have a story like mine.
They want you to borrow $100 and buy another copy, not to be sharing with friends.
Getting rid of physical copies is how we end up with decades-old games being priced still high, by the way. As to how anyone can cheer for closed economies with no customer impact, controlled only by benevolent publishers who don't give a crap about you or anyone but their shareholders is beyond me. Bootlicker behavior. But look, I'm not calling for a boycott of GTA 6. That'd be about as effective as doing a solo delivery in a lobby of oppressors. I really do hope it's good, and I am looking.
That sounded funny even though I don't recognize the words. Anyway, that is a 10 out of 10, obviously. And that was from, what was the name again? The Kingerd. Nice. 10 out of 10, boys. Thanks for watching. Sub if you haven't already. Bye!